What's up guys, Hamsterwheel Gaming here with a new video, and welcome to another gearing up your character video. This time it's going to be a little bit different, because as you can see I am making a warlock. I'm going to level that all the way to level 70, and once I reach level 70 I'm going to see how fast I can gear up my character to get into Gruel's lair and Karazhan. And as you can see, this is the warlock right here. It's got some pretty crappy gear, and I'm going to try to gear it up as fast as possible so I can enter Gruel's lair or Karazhan. So that's what I'm going to do, and I'm going to use all my knowledge and probably a bunch of money too to get there. So without further ado, let's start this. Alright guys, if we're going to have to gear up as fast as possible, we're going to have to use the auction house, obviously, because there's a bunch of great items from there which can help you gear up really fast. So we're going to go ahead and show you all the weapons first of all, all the items first of all. Bringer of Death, most logical choice. Look at that, 121 spell damage, 40 crit, 32 stamina, 31 intellect, and it's only 23 gold. That's really cheap. Other than that, there's a bunch of cloth items which you can get. First of all, the back, which is, let me see if it's on here. Yep, the Cloak of Entropy, 25 spell damage, 10 hit rating, 11 intellect. That's 50 gold. I'm gonna wait until that's a little bit cheaper, but that's the cloak you can get. And then you can get the chest piece, the Robes of the Crimson Order, which is unfortunately not here. It's basically a blue cloak with 30 spell hit and about 50 spell damage and a bunch of intellect. So I'm gonna wait until that's here and I'll buy that. Then we're gonna move on to the waist. Let's see if that is on here. No, it's not. That's very unfortunate. We could go for the Girdle of Ruination, but that's a little bit too expensive. 1600 gold. I mean, I want to spend a bunch of money on this character, but not that much. But I'm basically talking about the Sash of Sealed Fate. You can see it right here. I'll just link it. I'll just put it in the video right there. So that is the item we're going to get. Great item. Lots of spell damage for a waist, for a belt. So I'm going to wait until that's on the auction house and then I'll buy that. What else? Yeah, we can go ahead and go to the feet and let's see if they are on there. Nope, they're not on there as well. Once again, a link. Abyss Walker boots, another great item. It's blue. It's usually around 30 gold. So I'm also gonna wait until that item is there. I'm gonna go ahead into the wrists, and yep, there we go. The Braces of Havoc. Now this is quite an expensive item, but this item, I'm gonna link it right there. 12 intellect. It has a yellow sock, so you can put some spell hit in there, and 30 spell damage. This item, in my humble opinion, is sometimes even better than some of the bracers that drop in Karazhan. So there you go. And there's a play in the background. You could probably hear that. So that's the bracers. And I think last but not least, yep, the hands. Bam. Gloves of Pandemonium. 9 gold for these, very cheap, and they have 25 spell damage, 10 hit rating, 22 crit rating, and 15 intellect. So those are a bunch of items you can buy from the auction house to gear up very fast. So I'm gonna buy a bunch of those, and I'm gonna wait until the other items are on there, and then I'm gonna buy them as well. So those are the items I'm gonna get off the auction house so I can gear up really fast. So that's it. That's what I'm gonna get from the auction house. Alright, so I already got my Bringer of Death. What we're going to do right now is going to enchant that with 40 spell damage, because that is a great addition to more spell damage and more DPS. So this guy is going to enchant it for me right there. Let's see. Yep, there we go. I'm going to give him a tip for doing that. And there we go. That's 121 spell damage plus 40 spell damage. That's a total of 161 spell damage just from my weapon. So that will be a great addition to my gear. So let's move on to the next item. Okay, it's time to get some rep with Scryers and the Shatar, and I'll be doing that by handing in these Arcane Tomes. And I want to get Revered with the Shatar and Exalted with Scryers, basically for the Epic Ring, the blue trinket that the Scryers gives me, the blue trinket that the Shatar give me, and the Dread Weave Leggings. They're basically the blue level 70 PvP leggings, and they're not that great. But hey, it's a level 70 item, it's blue, it's got 39 spell damage, so it'll have to do for now, and I'll probably put 25 spell damage and 15 stamina on that, but more on that later. Let's get our leggings right now. Okay, we're right here in Shatra, Right there. Weave Leggings. I'm not even level 70 yet, but there you go. I can already buy them, so that is a great addition to my gear. It's a lot better than what I have. So I'm gonna go ahead and put some extra spell damage on that, and we'll have another item done. Alright guys, I just happened to be in a Shadow Labs run because, well, I thought like doing it. And there's a great wand that drops in there, so I'm hoping I get it. And if I do, I'll be very happy because that's a great addition to my gear. Come on, give me the wand. Yes! Oh my god, I can't believe it, first try. There we go, Wand of the Netherwing. Very great item, so I think I'm the only one who needs it. And there we go. Awesome. Okay, it's time to get a headpiece, and for the headpiece, I'm gonna have to resort to the vote shop, because you know what, it's Feenix, and this is the fastest way to gear up, and the very fast way to gear up is to spend vote points on blue items, so that's exactly what I'm gonna do. There's a little payment there, and there you go, the Demon Fang Ritual Helm, very great, stamina, intellect, spell hits, and a bunch of spell damage, and it looks pretty bitchin' for a warlock. So there we go, that's a pretty cool headpiece, and then right now I'm on 701 spell damage, so we're getting there. And for the shoulders, I'm gonna go ahead and go with the Spaulders of the Torn Heart, which is basically a long quest chain for the Cipher of Damnation. And there we go. I've already done the quest chain, it was quite long, but it's totally worth it because these might be the best in slots shoulders for pre-raid gear. So there we go. Looks pretty cool too. So that's another item done. Okay, I'm on my mage right now and I'm making a Mystic Spell Thread for my warlock, which is 25 spell damage and 50 stamina leggings. I could go for the runic spell thread, but that's a little bit too expensive, and it's only for that random blue leggings item that I have. So it will have to do for right now, and it will definitely help me do more DPS. So I'm gonna trade that to my warlock, and there we go. That's yet another item done. Okay, guys, let's have a quick overview of what I still have to get. So right now I got the. Yeah, I still need to replace the necklace, don't worry, I got something for that. The shoulders, the cloak, the chest, and the bracers are okay. Weapons okay. Wand is great. Oh yeah, I still gotta get the series gift from the Shatar, that's okay. I'll change that as soon as I got more arcane tomes. The ring. Not sure what I'm gonna do for the ring though. I might have to get one green item. The boots. Again, not sure. Maybe I have to resort to the vote shop once again. The leggings are okay, the belt is okay, and the gloves are pretty okay too. So we pretty much only have the necklace, the boots, the ring, and the second trinket. So we're getting pretty close. Okay, and for the necklace, I'm gonna choose the Torque of the Sethek Prophet because it's pretty damn good. And you only have to run Sethek Halls once, because you only have to do a simple quest, which is to kill the first boss and to free this bird, free luck. All you have to do is click on the cage, and that's it. That's the quest chain complete. So how about we go back and collect our nice little necklace right there. See, yep, there it is, Torque of the Sethek Prophet. Great item for a freshly dinged level 70, and I got this one as well, which gives me the pretty cool offhand. So there you go, that is another item done, which is the necklace. So we're getting very close to reaching our goal. So let's continue. Alright guys, once again I'm the guy where I can hand in arcane tomes. So we are gonna do that and hopefully get revered with Scryers, or with the Shatar, so I can get my second trinket, series gift, which is also a great item for a freshly dinged level 70 caster. So we're gonna hand in all these arcane tomes, and yep, there we go, revered with the Shatar. So I'm just gonna hand these last few ones in, and then there's well, nothing left to do actually than to get that trinket. So let's head over to the quartermaster. Let's see. Yep, there we go, and we can also get the head enchant. I almost forgot that. 22 spell power, 14 hit rating. Once again, a great addition to our gear. It is 85 gold. But it's totally worth it because it's probably one of the best head enchants out there. So I'm gonna go ahead and equip that and our new trinket, and there we go. Yep, we're definitely starting to go somewhere. Look at that, great addition to my gear. So let's move on to the next item. Okay, now for the cloak, I got the Cloak of Entropy, but I'm gonna go for this cloak instead because it's slightly better. It has 29 spell damage and a bit of crit. and it looks a little bit better on my when people inspect me, because that's all. It's all about when you go to a raid and you want to go to a raid, you poke someone and they inspect you. They prefer to see BOP gear and not some random auction house item. So we're gonna go ahead and do that quest. I just did it with a bunch of guys, and there we go. That's the cloak. Bam, another item to add to our list. Hell yeah. And I think there's only like 2 or 3 items left. So without further ado, let's move on. Alright guys, once again we're at the guy where we have to hand in arcane tomes. But don't worry, we're at the home stretch right now. So we're just gonna need a few more, and we're exalted with the scryer. So here we go, hand in the last ones. And there we go, exalted with the scryer. So now we get the awesome shoulder enchant and of course the epic ring. So let's go ahead and pick that up. Yep, there it is. Ooh, it's 60 gold. It's a little bit expensive, but it's totally worth it because it's one of the best rings you can get before raiding. So there we go. That is the second ring I wanted to get. And not only that, we're gonna get the awesome shoulder enchant as well, which is 15 crit and 12 spell damage. That's really nice. And let's see what we get in terms of spell damage. Look at that, 766 spell damage. That is not bad at all. That is great. So moving on. Alright guys, moment of truth. I've just asked this guy if I could join his Gruel's raid, and he's checking me out right now. I'm hoping he will. Let's see, DPS. It's about 1k during boss fights. And I have a bunch of consumables and flasks, so I'm gonna help and tell him that as well. So there we go. Please invite. Moment of truth. Yes! Yes, I got invited. I can't believe it. I'm actually in a Gruel's raid. And there you go guys. This is the proof. I'm here in Gruel's lair with my warlock. I geared it up for like a few hours. And there we go, we're now doing Gruel's lair. Unbelievable. I still can't believe it, but there you go. I'm actually doing tier 4 content. Well guys, I'm here in Gruel's, and as you can see the raid is crumbling apart. Because we had a few bad polls and people decided to leave. Because, I don't know, they just don't want to try this over and over again until we finally kill him. So unfortunately, you know, it was really nice that I could get into this raid, and at least I've proven that my gear is raid worthy. But unfortunately on this raid I will not get anything. I will try to do Karazhan. My goal is to at least do Karazhan and Gruel's Lair once, and after that I'll pretty much be done with this character. But unfortunately right now wanted to do Gruel's, didn't happen. So I'm gonna see if I can find a new Gruel's group very soon. Well guys, I told you I was gonna try and join a Karazhan group, and as you can see right here, I'm in a Karazhan group, and we're about to do Karazhan. So there you go. I'm not sure if this Karazhan group will work or anything, but I've also proven that this gear is viable to get invited to a Karazhan raid. So that is great. So let's see if I can get anything from Karazhan. Alright guys, here we are, first boss in Karazhan. Let's see how much DPS I can pull. I'm on 1050 right now. And see if we can actually get some loot here. That'd be pretty great. And there we go, he's almost down. Come on. Yes, 1002 DPS. That's what I'm talking about. Let's see what he dropped. Come on. Harbinger Bands. Nothing really interesting. I already have the Brace of Havoc, so they're not better. Still, 1002 DPS on my first run. That's pretty damn awesome. Alright guys, let's do some major DPS here, and with that I mean Seed of Corruption spam, because as I said before, Seed of Corruption is OP. Let's see what kind of DPS we can do. Look at those massive crits here. Big damage incoming. Look at that, 2.5k DPS. Oh my god, this is awesome. I told you guys, Seed of Corruption is pretty damn OP. And I'm out of mana, by the way. I was looking at my DPS charts, but damn, 2.5k DPS from those Seed of Corruptions. So even if you're not really doing that great in boss fights, you can make up for them awesome AoE abilities that the Warlock has. Let's see, here we go again. Let's see what we can get this time. 2.6k. 2.4, yeah. Pretty damn awesome. So let's move on to Moros. And there we go, guys. Here we go. Moros going down. 1068 DPS. Look at them crits, man. 5.7k. And there we go. Let's see what dropped. Boots of Valence. Ah, nothing important. Too bad. But look at this. 1105 DPS. Oh, actually 1070. But look at those crits, man. 5.7k Shadow Bolts. On a character that I geared up in like 2 days. A bunch of hours work. That is insane. And amazing. So I think we are ready to move on to Maiden. Yep, let's do Maiden. Alright, here we go. Doing Maiden right now. Almost dead. DPS here is a little bit worse in terms of the repents and such. And I didn't really have a great start. But still, look at that. Where am I? 1017. Let's see about the loot. Yeah, nothing again. Healer loot. Let's move on. Alright guys, here we go. Curator. He's evocating, so now we're gonna do the big deeps. See if I can score some nice crits. Look at that, 7.5k hits, that is. Yeah, I'm lacking a bit of hit and still a bit of crit, but still. Many damage. Oh, 13k crit, that's a nice addition. Oh my god, and the staff. And the freaking gloves. And he forgot to put it on master a little bit still. Alright, here we go. Here we go. Can I win something today? Can I win the staff or the tier 4 gloves? I would be very happy with one of those. Oh my god, I got the staff! I got the freaking staff! Yes! Oh my freaking god. Look at that. Got the staff. Holy shit. Wow. Look at that, people. The freaking staff. Now I have to get 40 spell damage on that once again. I just have to. Unless I win Mind Blade today from Prince. But damn, this is a great run so far. Alright, we're gonna have a quick break on the raid, so you guys will see me at the next boss. Okay, we're doing Shader Run. He has a chance of dropping a really nice wand. Might get that. We're gonna see in a few seconds, actually. So we're just gonna kill him. We're all standing on the table. That's the way to kill him on the Feenix server, that is. No, nothing. Tank ring and a melee cape. So nothing there. Still, we killed him. Pretty cool. Alright guys, here we are. The very last boss. Can't believe it, we actually made it. And let's hope it's gonna be one try, one kill. And after that we'll see what he drops. He can drop a lot of interesting things. He can drop a necklace, a cape, obviously the Mind Blade, which is a dagger, and the tier 4 helmets. So here we go. Okay, Infernos are looking good. Stage phase 3 is already happening. We're all alive. 100k, here we go. 100k, 90k. Come on. 5%, yeah, we got this. We got this. And, whoa! Infernal very close to us. And there we go, we got him! Yes! And nothing, unfortunately. No ring, no cloak, necklace, blade, or the tier 4 token. But, holy crap. We finished. We made it. Awesome. Alright guys, now that I'm friendly with the Violet Eye, let's get my Violet Signet. Look at that, it's a great replacement for my Band of Dominion. And once I'm honored, I'm gonna get the Epic Ring. But for now, I'm gonna have to deal with the blue. There we go, that's much better. Okay, recap guys, what did I get from Karazhan? Well, first off, obviously the staff. That makes perfect sense, because that's pretty awesome. And I got the blue Violet Signet, I got that, I got a bunch of rep, naturally, so I'm pretty close to getting that Epic Ring. And I got a little bonus. Bam! Ritzen's Lost Pendant, 51 shadow damage, which dropped out of nowhere, so it was too late for me to record it with Fraps, but still, I also got that from Karazhan. So that's 1, 2, 3 items from for my very first Karazhan run, so that is not bad at all. Now, obviously I can't leave that staff unenchanted, so here we go. Once again spending a bunch of money to get the plus 40 spell power on this weapon. So there we go, once again giving a small tip. There we go, and bam. That is 226 spell damage on just my staff. So that'll definitely help me doing even more DPS. Oh man, look at that. Great. Excellent. So let's move on. Okay guys, that first Gruel was a complete disaster. And I couldn't end the video there. I have to go a proper Karazhan run, which I just did, and a proper Gruel's run. So I'm going to do that right now, see if this group will hold together, and see if I can actually make it to Gruel and kill him. So here we go. Okay, all that's left is High King Malgar. It's looking good. We got a few deaths, but main tank is still alive, and we got all the other guys done. The trickiest part is getting all the mini bosses positioned and making sure the tanks stay alive. My DPS right now is a little bit bad though, 861, because I'm not really that lucky with the crits. And while I'm saying that, here come the crits. There we go. 898 right now. Come on, 897. I know I'm low on HP, but not receiving a lot of heals, so I'm just gonna life tap very easily. Make sure that I don't overstress the healers too much. There we go. There's bunch of health there, so I can give myself some extra life taps. I'm on 930, so that's not too bad. Would be great if I could touch 1k, but still, with the gear that I have, I mean, I have a bunch of Kara gear right now, but still. Ooh, look at that, look at that. Here we go, 949. And there we go. Yes! High King Malgar down. 1 token. I have 1 shot. And the problem is there's a lot of people that need that tier 4 token. So, I have a shot at least. Well, I don't think I'm going to get it, but hey, you never know. Maybe I might roll 100. Might. You just never know. So, guys are already pulling the ads. That's perfectly okay. And just 1 shot at the healer. Wrecked. I'm just going to stay here and see what's what. Okay, so that's the defender token. Because there's 2 defender, 1 hero token. Oh, this is quite tense. Still with Gruel, if another hero token drops, I'll at least have a chance to get the pants. Should I not get the shoulders right now? Because I've basically checked around. It's the Hunter, Mage, Warlock. There's a lot of mages here. In this, there's a few mages here, and none of them have the tier 4 token. So I'm gonna have to roll against all those mages. And there's another Warlock here in my group even that also does not have the tier 4 token, so here we go. Ah, 21. Nope, not today. So no token for me. Too bad. But still, we kill High King Malgar, and then we'll kill Gruel, and we can finish this video once and for all. And here's the last boss of this video, Gruel the Dragon Killer. That's right. Very last mob we're going to kill, and then we'll finish off this video. Alright, let's see what he dropped. 1 hero token, 2 hero tokens. Damn. Okay, I might get a chance. I might have a chance of getting that freaking... Oh my god. Alright, here we go. Oh man, that's a horrible roll. Shit. That's okay, I still have one more chance. Come on. Come on. One more chance. Okay, they're handing out the last item, and then we'll have one more chance. One more chance of winning tier 4. If we don't get it, that's okay. Still get to, I still did Gruel with my Warlock. And I did a steady 950 DPS, by the way. 951. Well, let's see. I'm just gonna have to wait until I sort out the last item. Yep, there we go. Alright. Prepare yourself. This, gotta make it count. Oh my god. Okay. Nope. 92. That was fail. Oh well. At least I did Gruel. Right. Let's end this video. Okay. After all that, it's time for the final recap. So first off, let's see what we started with. This was my Warlock before I started this video. And this is my Warlock right now. We went from next to no spell damage to 861 spell damage self-buffed. So, let's take one last look at the gear I managed to get. So, for the headpiece, the Demon Fang Ritual Hell with the Shatar headpiece enchant. Ritzen's Lost Pendant, Spoilers of the Tornheart with the Exalted Scryer's enchant. Cloak of Woven Energy, Robe of Crimson Order, Bracers of Havoc, Staff of Infinite Mysteries with 40 spell damage, Wand of the Netherwing, Scryer's Blood Gem, Xeri's Gift, Seer's Signet, Violet Signet, Abyss Walker's Boots, Weave Leggings with 25 spell damage and 50 stamina, Sash of Sealed Fate, and Mana Edge Gloves, which I managed to pick up for some bow points while I was making this video. So that's a pretty decent upgrade after the Gloves of Pandemonium. So that's a nice little bonus right there. Well, there you have it, guys. This was my Warlock. All raid worthy and geared up. I have to say I quite enjoyed this, and I only spent like a few hours for a few days trying to get all this gear together. Now obviously it did cost me a lot of money, but then again that is to be expected since I traded off money for... I traded off time for a lot of money. Still though, I think the end result is pretty nice. I got a nicely geared Warlock here. And yeah, that's it. That is me trying to figure out how fast I can gear up this character for Gruel's Lair and Karazhan and such. So I want to thank you for joining. And thanks for watching this video. I'm Hamsterwheel Gaming, and I'll see you next time.